I'm Peteris Zilgalvis. I'm a visiting European Union Fellow at St. Anthony's College, University of Oxford, and I'm also a head of unit for e-health and well-being at the European Commission in Brussels.
Okay, do you know about problems of North Korean defectors in human rights?
Yes, I'm aware that people are fleeing the oppression in North Korea and are having difficulty sometimes in adjusting afterwards.
Was it helpful for you to understand human rights of women and children defectors by looking at the interactive site?
The Hullabaloo choir site was helpful for me to find out information and specific cases of women and children particularly who were having difficulties in making the transition to their new lives while recalling a lot of the things that they had suffered in their previous lives.
What should be done to improve North Korean defectors' human rights?
Well, I think this is a great challenge. Obviously, people who have been deprived of their freedom are in a vulnerable situation when they have defected, when they have fled. We have experienced this with this obviously in Europe with people who were fleeing the totalitarian dictatorships, Nazism and communism, including my own family. And this is one of the reasons in Europe that the European Union is important to prevent these types of tragedies to happen again. And hopefully for the Korean defectors, it can also be a way of adjusting to their new lives, of fitting in with a new society, which may be made more complicated by the fact that, of course, they are one group Koreans, but they have been living completely different lives up until they move to the south.
Hullabaloo choir will travel around the world to spread the word about North Korean defectors' problems. Would you be interested in it?
Well, this sounds very interesting. I think the choir is obviously very talented, and I think this is an important set of problems of a juxtaposition between a lack of freedom and a free society. Again, it's very much part of the European experience and why we are trying to achieve a united Europe, a Europe of peace, and ideally would like to see this in the rest of the world.
What are your thoughts on North Korean women and their human rights?
Well, obviously, as the site informs us, they were deprived of many of their fundamental rights. And then in moving to a new life, to South Korea, to other countries, they have to make an adjustment, they have to adapt, they have a right to education, but it's not so simple just to tell people to be able to get on with it. There has to be assistance, psychological, social, and to make this transition, to make this integration.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.